Everybody, welcome inside the CU Rec Center ice rink here in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. Once again, tonight's women's hockey matchup between our Colorado Buffaloes and the Wyoming Cowgirls. Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in to Snowball Sports. I'm Kieran Morgan alongside Jackson DeAndrio this evening on color. And we are looking forward to the first women's matchup. Just next to us right now. Losing it right now. More than us. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome inside the CU Rec Center ice rink here in Boulder, Colorado, for tonight's women's hockey Division I matchup here between our very own Colorado Buffaloes and the Wyoming Cowgirls. Thank you all for tuning in to Scobuff Sports. I'm Kieran Warger. And I'm alongside Jackson DeAngelo on color commentary this evening. It's been a minute since we've broadcasted any women's games. Actually, I think we had one last weekend, if I'm not mistaken. I was not here for that, unfortunately. But we are looking forward to calling some of these games again as the women finally return home here to the Rec. We are looking forward to this incredible matchup. And from what I've heard from some research that Jackson has done, it's been an interesting series when these teams have faced off this season, hasn't it?
It most certainly has, and it has been just sheer dominance from the Buffs against the Cowgirls as of recent. In the last 4 matchups these two teams have played, the Buffs have outscored the Cowgirls 60-2. And that is just something that you don't normally see in hockey, but just absolute dominance from the Buffs as of recent.
That is something that we like to see here at CU. We are used to these club teams having some tremendous athletes on them. They couldn't go D1, but hey, it's really cool that they're coming out here and doing what they love out here and getting it done in here. So these players have it's been a little bit of up and down this season for them. Any players that particularly stand out to you tonight, Jackson?
I mean, certainly the stars of the Buffs are going to be that sophomore duo that we got. It's going to be Natalie Ewald and Mia Fiskelli. They have been absolutely phenomenal for the Buffs this year. 12 goals from the two so far this season, and they have really just been a powerhouse and have led the Buffs to just a phenomenal offensive attack. And today against Wyoming, they've had defensive question marks. It should be a perfect place to capitalize.
Let's see if they can bring that energy that they brought from Laramie down here to Boulder as they finally return home. And ladies and gentlemen, we are just under 9 minutes to national anthem and the introduction of the starting lineups here in the Rec. And we look forward to calling this game and seeing some more action from the Lady Buffs as they finally return home to Boulder. 8.5 minutes, we will bring you the introduction of the starting lineup. Stick around. You are watching Scobuff Sports. Welcome back to the CU Rex. Welcome back to the CU. Welcome back to the CU Rec Center ice rink here in Boulder. Well, we are just seconds away from our teams taking the ice this evening, and we will hear the introduction of our starting lineups. 30 seconds to go until the Buffs and the Cowgirls take to the ice in this in-conference rivalry. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, they are taking to the ice, and you can hear the SCO Buffs chant just coming from the Buffs locker room as our ladies take the ice here with 10 seconds to go on the game clock. And we will hear the introduction of the starting lineups, followed by our national anthem. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to night one of Wyoming versus CU Boulder Hockey.
More? Camera. Do you want more up?
At right lane, Master Krieger. Bell Fawcett. At left wing, Haley Conwell. At right D, Androna Harrison. At left D, Anna Brenner. And the goalie, Paige Hansen. And now the starting lineup for the Colorado Buffaloes. At right wing, Claire Perla. At center, Natalie Elmo. At left wing, Mia Charlie. At right D, Sophie O'Brien. Left D, Sylvia Waugh. And goalie, Andy Beerbaum. Now please stand and move your backs for the singing of the national anthem.
What a beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner here this evening. That's something we have not seen at the Rec this season, a live performance. That used to be me about 2 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. When I was still in high school, I sang the anthem a couple times. So it's really awesome to see that we have performers out here. Something that we haven't seen too often, so it's great to see that they're putting in that effort and getting those singers out here. But we are moments away from puck drop. Jackson, how are we feeling?
We're feeling good here in the CU Rec Center. The Buffs are ready to take on the Cowgirls of Wyoming, and man, do we have a matchup. CU's dominated the past few matchups, but could Wyoming come and surprise the Buffs? Only time will tell. As for now, SCO Buffs, and back to you.
Let's go, baby. And our teams will retreat to their respective benches momentarily for one final meet-up and getting themselves hyped up to take center ice and get this game underway. Our officials are heading towards center ice to begin the face-off. Probably overheard the introduction of the starting lineups. Some of our best players taking the ice this evening. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. They're taking to center ice. Natalie Ewald takes it for the Buffs, but cannot win the face-off, and the Cowgirls take it. Here's Felba in the corner. Out in front towards Ewald. Able to be kept in at the blue line. Back towards Elba. Out towards Dupree, couldn't connect, and the Cowgirls will take over the puck. They head behind the net of Andy Bierbaum. Puck is brought back out to the Cowgirls zone near the blue line, and they still hold on to it. But the Buffs are struggling for possession here with a miscommunication. Zoe Dupree taking the puck in front of her goaltender. This is number 21. Here's Rowan Nasty with the puck, the captain, at the blue line, in a scuffle for it, loses it. Nasty and Dupuis trying to fight for it for the Buffs. Here comes Nasty in front toward Almond. Arns in front, goes behind the net, tries to get a wraparound, can't do it. Here's number 24, that's McDonald. Here's Wallace, fires on the net, and it's off a defender. Puck is chipped back out into the Buff zone, and that forces them to retreat. And we'll get an icing call here as Atwood chases it down and gets into a bit of a scuffle. Cowgirls will get a change here. The face-off will be in their zone. And here we go. Number 26 Buffs take the face-off in their zone, and that's off the pad of the goaltender. There's McDonald, fires. Not enough power, can't capitalize. There's the puck in the corner, struggle for it as it's picked up by number 46. McDonald gloves it out of the air. It's kicked out of the zone at the blue line. That's fired deep. George Rushton. Cowgirls with a chance here, 2-on-3 in front off the pads of Bierbaum. Struggle for it in the corner, in front, can't connect. No player in the area, and now that's back in the corner. That's kicked out to the blue line, forces the Cowgirls to chase after it as Letterbog picks it up for the Cowgirls. Back to the other Letterbog, number 42. That's off the boards in front of the Buffs bench. Buffs take it over, back into the neutral zone. Lots of turnovers early here in the first period. That shot wide of Bierbaum with 17 and a half, just over 17 and a half gone by here in the first. There's Zahn, right out to number 21. Here's a chance here, 2-on-2. In the Buffs, here's Ewald in front. What an opportunity there and a great save. That's chipped back out. Icing is waved off. Excuse me, we will get an icing call here as Bierbaum came out to play it. Couldn't capitalize. Jackson, what are we seeing so far?
It's been aggressive. The Buffs have had multiple opportunities to put it in, especially right just there. But nothing's fallen just yet. The Cowgirls have been susceptible to first period goals, but Buffs are on the doorstep. We'll see if they can capitalize anytime soon.
We'll see what happens here, but we're getting another face-off in the Cowgirls zone, which is an advantage for the Buffs. Cowgirls take it behind their goaltender. As Letterbook turns it over to McDonald, passes it out to Ficelli. There's a shot on the net, and it's just high. There's another shot. Ficelli in front, can't connect. Atwood fires towards it, and it goes wide of the net. Cowgirls in the corner, pick it up. There's Natalie Ewald in the corner, battling for it, and she'll come away with it. That's chipped out toward McDonald. Bit of miscommunication there. There's Ewald picks it up. Out towards Furla. But the Cowgirls take it. That's the Chiro. Atwood is chasing it. There's the puck in the corner. Picked up by number 4, Claire Furla. These balls are in front. McDonald, great defense there in front of the net. Here's Furla in a scuffle for it with McDonald, and McDonald shifts it behind Bierbaum along the boards. That's Atwood. Here's a chance. 2-on-5. That's just chipped into the corner. Atwood in front with a chance. Or excuse me, that's Arns. Here's Arns in front. That's off the glove of the goaltender for the Cowgirls. Cowgirls pick it up once again and chip it out. And almost nearly turned over. Lots of noise from the officials as number 11, Zoe Dupree, chases after it. And Arns comes away with it once again. Chips it out. Can't connect with Amanda Wallace. And we'll get an icing here against the Buffs. So this is the first face-off we'll see in the Buff zone this game.
Yeah, it is. And honestly, we've seen some sloppy play so far from both teams. Both teams have turned the puck over in their own territory, opening opportunities for some offensive action. Just nothing yet to hit net.
Listen to you guys in Chicago.
You guys do a good job. Here's Letterbach in front, fires wide of Bierbaum. Bit of a scuffle there behind Bierbaum. She's looking, trying to defend. Here's Amanda Wallace. Chips it back out to Rowan Nasty at the blue line. It turns it over. Zoe Dupree chasing it. Number 21, Sophie O'Brien, chipping it back out to her teammates. Rowan Nasty can't connect, and the Cowgirls will maintain possession in the Buff zone. There they are out at the blue line, fighting for it. Here's Zoe Dupree. As they made a quick change, as Buffs make a quick change, Rowan Nasty, too hot for her to handle. There's Dupree. Back to Atwood. Dupree get Atwood again. Excuse me. There's Nasty. He chips it along the boards. As their buck for the Cowgirls. Number 9 gets it back in, and here's a chance for number 26, Ella Harrison. In front, fires just wide, and it looks like it goes off of the Cowgirls goaltender. We start off here. Here's Cowgirls number 2, Zoe Brown. With a chance here, fires on the net. It is kept out by Bierbaum. What a save by the goaltender for the Buffs. Cowgirls still applying that pressure, but the Buffs will try and clear the zone, and they will. There's a scuffle for it along the blue line as McDonald hit it off the leg of a defender. Number 6 for Buffaloes comes out on the ice. Number 3 fires just wide. And here's Elena Atwood. She chips it back into Cowgirls zone in the corner. It's quickly picked up by number 6. He's not on my roster. In front with a chance. A little hesitation there by the Buffs. Amanda Sowers, here she is in front, and that's great save. Here's Atwood, fires, and it's gloved by the goaltender. By Amelia Stouffer, that is, for the Cowgirls. And we'll get another face-off in the Cowgirls zone. Anytime I'm not talking, feel free to fill the sign.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to know when you stop. Or like,
Here's another face-off. Buffs in a good position for the face-off, and Mia Ficilli takes it. There's Furla in the corner. There's Ewald with Furla in front. They turn it over, and the Cowgirls will clear the zone. Apply that pressure. Great defense by the Buffs here in the neutral zone, but they are forced to retreat That's chipped back out to Furla. Zoe Dupree nearly an offside there. That's her going to wave it off. On the boards, picked up by Ewald. Here's Ficelli. Here's Ficelli with a chance in front, fires, and what a save by Stouffer. There's the puck fired along the boards. Ewald tries to pick it up, and she will. Chips it back out toward Ficelli, can't connect, and that results in a turnover. Here's number 9. Guard taking it. Here's Furla. That's Masello. Masello holds onto it near the blue line, and she'll come on here with the 2-on-4. Can't connect. Great defense by the Cowgirls.
Truly has been quite a good defensive showing from both teams. I mean, I talked about the turnovers a little bit ago, but honestly, the goalkeeper play has been huge for the Cowgirls so far.
It's been all Cowgirls right here. The Buffs have had some chances, but a bit of miscommunication has cost them some goal opportunities, and we'll get an icing. 11 minutes to go here in the first. No score. We'll get another face-off. Another chance for the Buffs to capitalize here. Number 3 for the Buffs. They take it. Here's number 6. With a chance here in front of the net. Lots of Wyoming defenders in front here. Here's Maselli with a shot. They score! What an opening goal here for the Buffs. Just under 11 minutes to go here in the first. Not a whole lot of excitement here in the rink, but we certainly feel the excitement from the Buffs bench as that goal by Cello. What a shot there, right in front of the net, and she sneaks it past Amelia Stouffer.
Yeah, Buffs get on the board. It was a little later than some expected, but took 9 minutes and a change, and they're there. Anna Macio with the goal. That's her second on the season, so big impact early on.
There's another chance here for Melina Atwood. She's defending right now as the puck is along the boards, and she's going to fire behind her goaltender. An interesting move there by number 22, Amanda Wallace. Chips it back out. Nasty fires on the net, and it's off the stick of Stouffer. Another fight for it in the corner here as Wallace is tripped up along the boards. There's Atwood fighting for it. Tarasenko fires off the pad of Stouffer. Back out towards Wallace, who picks it up at the blue line. Ships it back to number 46, Tarasenko. There's a loud shot along the boards wide of Stouffer.
And you know, it honestly looks like the Buffs have picked up their momentum. They looked a little sluggish early on, had some costly turnovers that almost could have been goals, and now they're kind of piecing things together, getting shots on net, and really just being aggressive around the puck.
There's a chance for the Cowgirls in front. There's Hairston, who just fires deep into the Cowgirls zone. Great defense here as we've seen throughout this entire game. There's another chance here. Cowgirls keep it in the neutral zone. And number 8, Amelia Sowers, can't hold on. Buffs still have not. Buffs will make a change here, as will the Cowgirls. Here's Ewald looking to make something happen. Too many defenders in the area. There's a shot in front. Oh, what a chance there. And for Shelley right in front of the net. She can't connect with Natalie Ewald. That's fired deep into the Buff zone behind Bierbaum. That's fired high along the glass. Abby Zahn picks it up. Julia Sellers in the area. There's a chance there. Miscommunication on the Cowgirls' part. Cost them an easy goal there, it looked like. Here's Sellers, will chip it deep. That's played by the Cowgirls, and that prevents the icing call. Zahn can't pick it up. Number 6, Marcelo chasing it. Cowgirls maintain possession. That's chipped out towards Atwood. Can't get there. Atwood picks it up. In front toward number 21, Sophie O'Brien. Here's number 3 with the puck. Gets it back out to Abby Zahn. Here comes Zahn with Marcelo. Marcelo tries to get in front to number 3, Sparkus, but can't connect. With a chance for Zahn in front, and that's smothered by Amelia Stouffer.
Number 1 on the goalie is Paige Hansen.
Paige Hansen. That's Paige Hansen, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies.
And so honestly, the Buffs came with a lot of shots, and Paige Hansen, the goalkeeper for Wyoming, has done an amazing job. We've seen her struggle against the Buffs in the past, but today she's came to play, and she's turned all but one away so far.
There's Brianna Arnaz in the corner. That was in front of the net. No one there to receive it. Here come the Cowgirls and chip it out. Zoe Dupuis is chasing it down, trying to prevent the icing call. It won't matter because it's waved off anyway. Sophie O'Brien picks it up. Chips it back out toward Brianna Arnaz. Here's Arnaz in front with Nasty. Fires off the pad. Nasty with a shot. Oh, what a save there by Paige Hansen. Here's Zoe Dupuis. Fires off the pad of Hansen yet again.
Once again, Hansen doing the dirty work down low after just a defensive collapse.
Great shot in front. Great save there by Andy Bierbaum. Another shot. Tremendous goaltending so far in this game. Absolutely outstanding. And Letterbuck will chase it down for the Cowgirls.
Yeah,
It'll take a quick change.
It has been a goalie masterclass so far from each team. I mean, Paige Hansen has done her thing for the Cowgirls, but let's not forget here for the Buffs, there's been no goals allowed from Andy Bierbaum yet. It's really just been a clean sheet. She hasn't faced much, but when she has, she's sent it away.
There's McDonald with a shot, and it's gloved immediately by Paige Hansen. Juliana McDonald had some opportunities here. We haven't seen her capitalize yet. Her line is back out. With the assistant captain, Melina Atwood, out there. Natalie Ewald. Natalie Ewald will attempt the face-off for the Buffs against number 3, Sarah Noble. Buffs come away with it. Here's Atwood with a shot, and that's deflected high, nearly up into the netting, off the stick of a Cowgirl. Letterbuck, number 9, Letterbuck takes it, and that's chipped out to Melina Atwood. He takes it into the corner, chips it back out toward Natalie Ewald, but can't connect. But Mia Fischelli with a chance here. Ewald in front, can't connect, and chips it behind the net, and that's chipped high along the boards, nearly a delay of game penalty there. So that was just where the glass meets the boards. Here's Fischelli in front, Ewald with a chance. Oh, what a stop there by Paige Hansen. Comes out of the crease and makes an incredible save there.
I mean, can we say anything more about Paige's performance so far? It seems that she has figured out how to play the Buffs, at least now. The first period has been an issue for Wyoming, especially against the Buffs as of recent, but she's playing lights out right now and keeping Wyoming in this one.
Buffs take this face-off. Here's number 8, Amelia Sellers, fires toward the net. Here's number 21, Sophie O'Brien. Again, not enough power there, and that forces the Buffs to retreat and with a turnover to the Cowgirls in the neutral zone. Here's Masello chasing it down. Struggle for it behind Hansen. That's chipped back out to Abby Zahn. And Sophie O'Brien loses the puck. What a costly turnover there, and forces the Buffs to retreat into their defensive zone. Gives the Cowgirls a chance here, but here comes Zahn again, trying to put that pressure. And she'll just fire it along the boards, loop it around behind Hansen. Here's number 742, Letterbuck. Lots of Letterbucks on this team we've been seeing this evening. Here's Masello. And Melina Atwood. Rowan Nasty chases down the puck. In front. Bit of a scuffle there in front of Hansen. Cowgirls will come away with it. That's Sarah Noble. Wallace couldn't pick it up along the boards. That's chipped out to number 2, Zoe Brown. Here's Sarah Nobel again. Here's Rowan Nasty with a chance here. He just chips it back as she will head off the ice.
And you know, as much as we're giving Paige Hansen credit, you got to give credit to the Buffs offense. They have been everywhere in Wyoming's area, putting shots on net and making them work for this game right now.
Yeah, especially in the last 5 minutes, we've seen an overall dominant performance from the Buffs offense. It's been all Buffs the second half of this period. Buffs are forced to retreat. A chance there for number 9, Letterbuck. Letterbuck again. That's fired up into the rafters and out of play. We saw that a lot last Sunday as our men's D2 team took on MSU Denver. We finally have some music here in the rink as well. Feels good. One thing we've noticed throughout this first period is that all of Wyoming's jerseys say Letterbuck, but we do have, that looked like it was nearly in the net there, but it was behind. We do have our call sheet. We'll do your best to bring you the correct names. We apologize for the fault.
And so we've talked about the dominance the Buffs have had over Wyoming as of recent, but you got to think, this is kind of a tame score right now. 1-0 for a first period that has usually gone the Buffs' way just through and through. This is rather close.
Yeah, Buffs are they're taking it easy. They're up by 1, but you cannot let that advantage lead. You cannot let that advantage get away from you as we approach a minute and a half to go here in the first period. Icing was waved off on that last play as there's a struggle for it along the boards, but O'Brien comes away with it. Maselli can't connect, and that's a turnover. Back to the Cowgirls. We've got just over a minute and 10 remaining here in the first. Lots of turnovers, and we'll get an icing call here with just over a minute left. And we'll get a face-off here in the Buff zone this time. I'm sure the Cowgirls will welcome this.
And so we talked about the star sophomore duo the Buffs have, Mia Fischelli and then Natalie Ewald, They have been everything for the Buffs, and that wasn't where their goal came from initially, and they really haven't had a whole lot from them. So we're kind of hoping, or at least the Buffs are, that something changes and we get stuff picking up, get them more shots on goal, get the duo going.
They're not on the ice right now, but we'll see in a second if they can make something happen here. Tremendous performance here by them in the first, as Jackson has been saying. With a chance for Maselli, chipped it out, turns it over. That pass was intended for Amelia Sowers. Cowgirls chip it back out to the neutral zone toward Atwood, who can't pick it up. And looks like we're getting a penalty here against the Buffs. And Masello will head to the box here. And that will be the first power play of the game 27.2 seconds remaining here in the first. And the Cowgirls will start off period number 2 on a power play. Let's see if they can capitalize here. But with 27 seconds, face off in the buff zone. Let's see what they can do here. Here's a shot and off the stick of number 46. 20 seconds to go in the front here. And the Buffs clear the zone. 10 seconds. And that'll pretty much do it for this first period as Brianna Arnaz just takes it. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it here for the first. Lots of action here from both of these teams, but the Buffs come away with a 1-0 advantage here in the first.
Yeah, and like I said, it's kind of a tame score. We've seen the Buffs run the score up in the first period a lot against Wyoming, but this year it's been kind of a down scoring year. The max goals they've scored in the game so far has been 4, and now 1 through the first period. Kind of seems like we're in for another low score maybe.
That's a possibility here. I mean, they're taking it easy. They're not like going out trying to assert their dominance too much too early here in this game. But let's hope that they can hold on to this lead and get some more points on the board here for our Buffs. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in approximately 15 minutes for the second period. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Skill Buff Sports. We'll see you in the second.
I keep trying to
Welcome back to the CU Rec Center ice rink, where we are just moments away from the start of the second period between the Buffaloes and the Cowgirls here. We're about to take the center ice. Got Jackson, what are we looking to see here? We sort of talked about it at the end of the first, but what do we look to see here in the second?
Simply put, we're looking for goals. That's the best way to put it. I mean, CU has been dominant against Wyoming in the past, and they've scored numerous goals, as I said at pregame, 60-2 in the past 4 versus Wyoming. We're just looking for some numbers. Let's find the net here, ladies.
Here come the Cowgirls who clear their zone, but Buff's still applying that pressure. There's Zoe Dupuis, the assistant captain. There's Brianna Arnaz in the corner. It's back out into the Cowgirls zone here. Here's the fuck again, number 2, Zoe Brown. Cowgirls applying that pressure, and here's Mia Fischelli trying to clear the zone. Here we go. Fischelli in front. That goes just wide. And Paige Hansen taking no chances there and smothers it.
That's another name we've talked about a lot, Paige Hansen. She has had herself a night so far, 21 minutes in, only 1 goal allowed. A rough patch from the season. First period has been an area where she hasn't been her best. But right now, she's at her A game, I'd say. She's holding the Buffs to 1 goal so far.
Seen that on both sides here this evening as the Buffs come away with the face-off. There's a shot off the stick of the defender. Here's Atwood. Fires it along the boards for the Cowgirls. Rowan Nasty able to keep it in the zone. Nice move there. Back out toward Nasty. Can't connect as there was too many defenders in the area. Great pressure there. There's Letska. Tried to connect there with Rowan Nasty. As Nasty takes it in the corner. So it's Letska in the corner. Here's Masello. Chips it back out toward Rowan Nasty, who comes off the ice. Atwood fires, and that's just wide of Hansen. Number 3 takes it again. There's Atwood with another shot. Another shot goes wide. Just about 2 minutes into the second period. While still applying that pressure, here's Abby Zahn at the blue line. Here's Marcello. Fires high, can't connect. Tried to chip it up high there into the net. Wrong angle there. Marcello still with the puck. Here's Soul in front. Albert tries to chip it back. Soul nearly turns it over at the blue line, but it's kept in by Atwood. Also make a quick change.
Well, they're certainly coming after her right now. They have been giving this Wyoming defense a run for their money so far at the beginning of the second. They have been in the offensive territory for nearly 2 minutes now.
Here's McDonald. Chips it back into the corner. It's picked up in the opposite corner by the Buffs. A bit of a struggle for it. Through the red line. This struggle has been going on for battle for it, has been going on for well over 15 seconds at this point, it seems like. But they finally come away with it as Natalie Ewald comes away with it but turns it over. Number 13, Zoe Dupuis. Back out to Mia Fischelli. Can't connect. Sowers to Ewald. Here's number 4, Claire Furla in front, and Andy Bierbaum is going to take no chances and smother that puck.
That's the first time we've seen her on screen in a while. I mean, the Buffs really just buzzing right now. They were all over that beginning of the period in Wyoming's territory. And out down here, Andy Bierbaum just sitting, just waiting for something to happen.
Bit of rest there, but finally something happened, but the Buffs come away with it. As Ella Hairston won it for the Buffs, and here comes that pressure again. Here's Sophie O'Brien. Bit of a scuffle there in the corner. Check. And we're going to get a call here. Not quite sure what the call was. The official had two hands in the air. I've actually never seen that call, but we get a lot, regardless, we get a line change from the Buffs. And Ella Hairston will once again attempt it for the Buffs. And Fitzlicka comes away with it. There's O'Brien out near center ice. Cowgirls still in control. McDonald trying to pick it up. Can't do it. And Sophie O'Brien picks it up again in the zone. Chips it out toward McDonald. It's McDonald high. That's out toward Rowan Nasty, who's tripped up at the blue line. Puck is fired along the boards. Comes toward McDonald. The puck is cleared out back into the Buff zone. And it becomes an icing.
So, Wyoming kind of responding to the Buffs' aggression here. I mean, the Buffs game buzzing, and now Wyoming's kind of fighting back. They're getting a little chippy, hitting our players, showing some fight. They're not going to just allow us to run over them with a little bit of energy.
Could not have said that better myself, and we'll get another face-off here. Buffs take it again. Rowan Nasty couldn't pick up the puck there. That's a loss for the Buffs. The number 8 for the Buffs, Ashley Krieger. Bless you. Oh, man. Commissioner Nick Evans. Sees it there. Here's Atwood. Fires toward the net. That's a play we've seen a lot from her, but that goes wide once again of Paige Hansen. Here's Brianna Arnaz struggling forward along the boards, back out to Atwood, who fires toward the net. Not sure what Hansen was doing there. Looked like she was smothering a puck that was not there, unfortunately. There's miscommunication as the puck is picked up by the Cowgirls. Give a check there by Melina Atwood. Number 8, Ashley Krieger. Puck is behind Andy Bierbaum. Struggle for it. This Cowgirl is down behind the net. And Masello chips it back out toward Abby Zahn. Offsides is the call, I believe.
And so, I mean, you kind of like what you see right now from the Lady Buffs. They've been doing their thing. They're kind of putting shots on net whenever they can. I mean, you could ask for a little bit more precision, maybe work through their offensive attack and get a quality shot on goal. But right now, they're just coming after Wyoming and really giving Paige Hansen a tough time.
Here comes Claire Furla up the side. Mia Fischelli, picks it up. Tried to get a wraparound, but can't connect with Claire Furla. And Zoe Dupuis is forced to retreat. Dupuis gloves it out in the air. That's picked out. Here's Fischelli with a chance. 1-on-2, chips it back out toward Natalie Ewald. Can't connect. That's fired high. Doesn't hit the netting, and thus play continues. Here's Fischelli again. Out toward Furla. Ewald in pursuit of the puck near the boards. In the corner. Still maintains possession. The 24 fires just wide. Tried to connect with Fischelli. That was Juliana McDonald near the blue line. Here's O'Brien. Back to Fischelli. Can't connect, and that goes once again behind the boards. Furla turns it over. McDonald able to keep it in the zone. Fires on the high on the glass. Furla. No one in the area. Bit of a sloppy play there as the Buffs make a change. And that's back out into the neutral zone. Number 13, Hudson Selk in control of the puck.
And really, we've talked about the duo that the Buffs rely on for scoring, but they've kind of came out with a mixed bag of players tonight. They've ran way deep into the bench. They're letting everybody get action. Abigail Zone's been on the ice a lot, which we haven't seen from in the past. But, you know, they're going away from the game plan of just trying to rely on their stars, and they're trying to get everybody to come out and do something.
There's a shot off the pad of Andy Bierbaum. That goes high into the off the glass. And here comes Atwood with a chance. Can't connect with number 46, Oksana Terlecka. That's cleared once again as Zoe Dupree will prevent the icing call. Leaves off anyway. Here's Arnaz again along the boards. It's another sloppy turnover, but Dupree regains possession out toward Rowan Nasty, who's struggling to pick it up along the boards. It's finally picked up by Melina Atwood again. Here's Wallace closing in on the net. In front, they score! Amanda Wallace with a rocket off that play. One-on-one. What a rocket that just slips right past, nearly misses the net. But it goes right above Paige Hansen, and that gives the Buffs a 2-0 lead with 11:10 here, or to go here in the second. What a shot.
Truly, that was like a laser right to the upper right corner. Paige Hansen didn't even see it coming. It just went right over her shoulder, and it puts the Buffs up 2-0. Just something you don't see every day from not named Mia Fiselli and then Natalie Ewald. Those are the two players you'd expect that from. But, you know, Amanda Wallace with just a zinger right at the net.
Andy Bierbaum smothers that shot. Not a whole lot of power, but she's not going to take any chances. And that is forced to face off in the Buffs zone.
So there you go. You know, the Buffs, they were buzzing. They were getting shots on net. Eventually, it had to crack. You know, you can be a brick wall, but if you throw enough rocks at it, you're going to make an indent. And Paige Hansen did her best effort, but when you come out and just pelt her at the beginning of a period, something's going to slide through.
Puck is back in the Cowgirls zone. Zoe Dupree tries to take it, but it's picked up by Amelia Sowers. Sowers with another chance here on the breakaway, up the middle. Oh, what a stop there by the defender from Wyoming. Holy cow. Here's Masello. Tries to wrap around toward Abby Zahn. Can't connect. Number 21, Sophie O'Brien. Puts it back out towards Masello. Here's Masello again in front. Another chance there. What a great save by Paige Hansen.
You know, the Buffs are just trying to sneak one by right now. They're using their momentum and just keep pounding, but Paige Hansen is just continuing to turn them away one-on-one, and she says no. Just a denial.
Cowgirls defense did step up on that one play as that went off the leg. As Ewald in front. Here's Mia Fischelli right in front of the net. She will pick it up. Here he goes in front. Fischelli in front toward Ewald. Great save there by Hansen. O'Brien tried to glove it. Will not get there. That goes deep. Bit of a check there by number 42 on the Cowgirls. That's Haley Cranwell. And number 24, Juliana McDonald, is down in the corner. We're going to stoppage of play.
And she took a tumble there. I mean, both the Cowgirls and the Buffs just sent someone sliding into the back of the ring. And it's not a scene you like to see. Skates were up, and that can just be the worst situation. So
Juliana McDonald has been electric here in this game, and she will retreat to the locker room for an evaluation by the athletic training staff. Hopefully she can return shortly. That was a big hit. You really hate to see it. Buffs take a timeout here. to discuss a game plan. Coaching staff for the Buffs not exactly pleased that penalty wasn't called. And here come the Buffs, ready to overcome that huge hit and restart this game, and we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone in the corner.
And so the question is for the Buffs, you got the goal, you doubled the lead, but how do you build off of this? Obviously, they're still just trying to find the net and just keep pounding shots on it, but they're getting a little sloppy. They kind of tossed the puck away in moments where they shouldn't have. And Mia Fischelli, she's had opportunities. At some point, she's going to break through. It's just a matter of when versus how.
Another icing call here on the Cowgirls. Forces the face-off back to their zone. This will give the Buffs another chance to capitalize. As we get a line change, Mia Fischelli's line will come off the ice. They've been outstanding this game. Marcelo's line is back out there with Abby Zahn and company. Struggle for the face-off there. Looks like the Cowgirls will take it. Buffs regain possession. Lots of turnovers here. Abby Zahn nearly had it there, but it's forced back out to the neutral zone as Zoe Dupuis can't pick it up. Back out towards Dupuis and Samol. Number 3, Samol picks it up. Oh, Marcelo's in the area as well. Marcelo will pick it up. Marcelo still with the puck along the boards in front. Marcelo once again. Samol turns it over. Bit of a sloppy play there. Can't make anything happen. Not a whole lot of penalties here in this game, just one on the Buffs, which gave the Cowgirls a power play. So overall, haven't seen a whole lot of dirty play yet, which is depending on the fan base. That's what you come to see at a hockey game. But I know in this league you can't so much as throw a fit on the ice or you'll get ejected. So women's hockey, it's a bit more strict than our men's teams, but still great hockey nonetheless.
Yeah, and talking about penalties, I mean, Wyoming has experienced their fair share of penalties this year. They have nearly triple the penalty minutes that Colorado has this season. And they haven't been in the box yet tonight. They've done a good job making their hits clean. They're not tripping anybody. And really, even something as simple as an offsides. We've seen it once tonight from the Cowgirls. That is much improved from just games past and years past.
Some great chances there for the Buffs as Paige Hansen came out of the net, couldn't make anything happen. Buffs couldn't make anything happen there on that play, and they're forced back into their zone. Amanda Wallace, here's the zone. Arnaz picks it up. There's a struggle for it in the neutral zone right in front of the scorer's box. Here's Dupuis, goes behind the net. Switch it back out to Zahn. He fires on the glass. Zahn can't get it. Nearly gloved out of the air by Seren Noble.
And so we've talked a lot about the Buffs' offense, but their defense has been arguably better so far. Every time the puck has found its way in front of Andy Bierbaum, the Buffs' defense has just done a great job forcing turnovers and really just making life just really hard on these Cowgirls. They haven't been able to muster a shot in a good while now.
We're approaching 6 minutes to go here in the second. Cowgirls have not put up a goal yet, as we've said. There's that Buffs defense making life very hard in their zone. And Amanda Wallace comes away with the puck. There's O'Brien out to Rowan Nasty, who's got a chance here. So a huge hit on Nasty, and we'll get a penalty here on the Cowgirls.
And so, it's just as I mentioned, the Cowgirls were playing clean. They have minimized their big hits, and just right there, just taking out Nasty. and that's gonna be costly. The Buffs have been phenomenal on the power play as of recent, and they're now giving them.
It's Sarah Noble in the box for the Cowgirls. And we'll get the Buffs' first power play of the night with 5:47 to go. Three Seminoles will attempt the face-off for the Buffs, and they will get it. Here's Atwood at the blue line, keeps it in. Shelley's line is on the ice, but Cowgirls will clear it. It's 1-on-2, and that's off the stick of Andy Bierbaum. Here's Shelley, turns it over. That's Sowers chasing the puck. Marcelo again. Here's Shelley in front. Marcelo, Shelley in front of her own net, nearly turns it over. And Marcelo still battling for it in front of her own net. Natalie Ewald comes in.
This has been fantastic penalty kills so far. They're putting stick on puck for the Cowgirls, and they're just making the Buffs try something new. It's not going to be as easy as just passing it up the ice and hoping they get a 1-on-0 with the goalie. And that's just great penalty kill from the Cowgirls so far.
Here comes Shelley in front. That's off the pads. And Paige Hansen will smother that with just under a minute to go here in this power play.
And once again, just an MVP type performance right now from Paige Hansen. She's really just keeping the Cowgirls on her back and doing her best to keep this game in contention. The Buffs have only put up 2 goals, something that seems irregular for how this series has been the past few games. And it's just outstanding work.
Cowgirls will take that. Excuse me. No, Buffs will end up taking that. And there's Amanda Wallace back out towards Sophie O'Brien. Zoe Dupree in front with a shot, and that's off the pad. There's Rowan Nasty. She couldn't get to the puck. Here comes Wallace again. Turns it over. Here's Nasty. Nasty chips it back out to Zoe Dupree. Fires on the net, and that's right into the glove of Paige Hansen. Great save here by the goaltender.
Only 24 more seconds for the Cowgirls to kill here. They've done just a great job minimizing shots, and when it's gone on net, Paige Hansen once again just being a brick wall, keeping the Buffs out of the net.
There's a shot kept out. As Melina Atwood is able to keep it in the zone at the blue line. Tremendous job here by the defenseman. Here's Sowers. I got Shelley back to Sowers. Cowgirls clear the zone as Atwood tries to set up another play. And the power play is over, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Marcelo in front again. Natalie Ewald fires wide. And again, here's a chance for the Cowgirls. There's a chance for a breakaway play in front. Andy Bierbaum will come out to play it and prevent another score. Zoe Brown for... Excuse me, no, that was Sarah Noble. It just came out of the box. Here comes Mia Fischelli again. The shoulder tree behind the net. Marcelo in front. Natalie Ewald fires. Oh, what a chance there, but it's immediately gloved by Paige Hansen, taking no chances again.
I mean, the puck has ended up in front of Paige Hansen so many times, and yet it just keeps hitting off of her and not going in. That one right to the chest, and just an amazing block. The Buffs have tried to get by the goal and kind of kick it back out in front for a nice poke in, and it just hasn't happened. She's turned everything away so far.
Cowgirls come away with this face-off, a much-needed change. But Rowan Nasty will pick it up, 1-on-2 in front, and that's kept out, of course, by Paige Hansen. More MVP performance, as you were saying, Jackson. Here we go. Number 14, that is Brianna Arnaz. And it's cleared by the Cowgirls as Zoe Dupree chases it, and Andy Bierbaum will prevent the icing call. Sophie O'Brien picks it up. Arnaz is in pursuit again. As is Dupree in front, nearly a shot on net, and what a save there by the goaltender, Andy Bierbaum.
So we've been talking about Paige Hansen, but now Andy Bierbaum getting some action finally in net, and she denies it. It's really something that you haven't seen in this matchup. I mean, 60-2 for the Buffs in the past 4 matchups, just goals everywhere, and it's 2-0 with 2 minutes left in the second. Both teams have kept the net relatively clean, and it's just been defensive hockey, something you just haven't seen from these teams in their previous matchups.
Natalie Ewald won the face-off, but picked up by Claire Furla. Can't make anything happen on that play and try to clear their zone. Back to Furla, along the boards, chips it back to Atwood. Back to Furla again, along the glass, but the Cowgirls able to keep that offensive pressure going. Here's a shot kept out by Bierbaum. Here's Atwood. It's that toward Fischelli. Can't connect, and the Cowgirls able to keep that pressure going. Here comes Fischelli again with Ewald. A chance here for the Buffs in front. Oh, and she can't hold on. The Cowgirls bench is going crazy right now, cheering on their defense. Here's Ewald with a shot, and that goes wide of Paige Hansen.
And man, it just feels like momentum has swung. Wyoming's getting chances in front of the net, and the Buffs with a pushback here, but after that penalty kill, the Cowgirls have just found a way to get the puck moving in the right direction.
As we approach 1 minute to go here in the second, Natalie Ewald trying to make a play here, and that's kept out. What a save! Oh, they score! Elena McCloskey gives the Buffs a 3-0 lead with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go here in the second period. What a shot! And, oh man, Natalie Ewald tried to make a play there. It's kept out, and it bounces off the stick of the pad of Paige Hansen right to Elena McCloskey. And the Buffs are up 3-0.
And so right when I was talking about momentum, the Buffs just seize it, and they get the momentum right back in their favor, and that's Elena McCloskey's first goal of the season. So, a big-time play from a player you don't see find the back of the net much.
We have 50 seconds to go here in the second. If you're the Cowgirls, you can't let this 3-goal deficit beat you down right now. You cannot lose your momentum that you've been displaying all night here.
Elena McCloskey is no stranger to having big games against these Cowgirls. She had 5 assists in a game in 2022, but now finding the back of the net, that will be her 4th against the Cowgirls in her career. So she's just been a Cowgirl killer so far. And here, making an impact once again.
Paige Hansen taking no chances on that play and smothering it once again. Great chance there. We'll get a quick chance here from the Buffaloes side with just under 15 seconds to go.
And if you're the Cowgirls right here, you just got to keep the net clean for 15 more seconds. Just don't allow anything sloppy here.
There's Wallace in front there. In a dangerous situation for the Cowgirls. 5 seconds to go, and there's still a struggle for the puck. There's a chance here. Buffs trying to make something happen, but they're not going to do it, as the Cowgirls will clear their zone as time expires here in the second. Dominant performance here from the Buffs in this second period. Jackson, break this down for me.
I mean, we've talked about how the Buffs needed to find ways to get the puck in the net, and they got 2 in this second period. I mean, it's nothing like what we've seen in the past, but they've kept a clean sheet, and they're winning. That's all you can really ask for. As I said earlier, the Buffs have only scored 4 goals as their season high in a game. They have 3 right now. Hopefully, you can see that get broken tonight and get a 5th goal. I mean, empty net situations, and really just what transpires in the third period is yet to come. But the Buffs are buzzing. They've put up shot after shot. Wyoming killed a penalty, and then the Buffs immediately responded with Elena McCloskey just finding the net after that Natalie Ewald opportunity. They're moving.
That was a tremendous play. Ewald couldn't capitalize, but it goes right back out to Elena McCloskey, and that was a great performance by the Buffaloes there. One that I did not see coming. I just saw the puck inside the net, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a goal! From up here, we have a pretty good view of the ice, but still, sometimes when you're not as high up as in Ball Arena calling Avs games, it is still not the greatest view, but we try to make something happen here. Still, it's pretty good. And I mean, if you're the Cowgirls here, you can't let this 3-goal deficit, as I've been saying, you cannot let this put you down here. You have to maintain the energy that you've been exhibiting here all night. You've had so many chances, but you just need to get through and capitalize. And that's probably what they're going to be talking about in this locker room.
Exactly. And I mean, they're on this 4-game skid. They won 2 against Montana State to open the season and have kind of dropped down to 2 and 4. But it's been an amazing performance. I think, honestly, 3-0 is not a bad performance at all. Paige Hansen has been a brick wall most of the night. She has had some incredible saves and really kept the Buffs off the board, which is something we haven't seen her done in the past. And, you know, you talk about Wyoming's offense, which hasn't been phenomenal in games, but they had a stretch there where they were really pounding the puck at Andy Bierbaum. They were just putting opportunity after opportunity. And it's something that you can look forward to. You're in the locker room right now. You got to find a way to get the puck moving out of your zone and just find a way to get it to the player that's open and score it.
Could not have said that better myself, Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just about 15 minutes away from the third period here. Can the Cowgirls come back? We will find out. It's going to be tough, but let's see what happens. We've got about 15 minutes until the third period. So stick around. You're watching ScoBuff Sports. Welcome back to the CU Rec Center ice rink as we are getting ready to start the third period here between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Wyoming Cowgirls. Dominant performance by the Buffs thus far. A face-off real quick. It's won by the Cowgirls but turned over quickly to Zoe Dupuis on the Buffs. We've switched our roles around here. Tyler Phillips is running our second camera here now. Here's a chance here in front from Facello. She'll go behind and can't connect. What? Excuse me, that was Marcelo. Excuse me, I'm tripping up here. But we'll get a stoppage of play just 30 seconds in. Jackson, what are we looking for here?
Once again, I feel like the simple answer is always going to be goals, but at this point, I'd like to see the defense stay the same. I'd like to see a clean stat sheet, no goals allowed for any beer bomb. That would be perfect for this game. Who cares how many they score at this point? Let's get to the finish line, ladies.
And here we go. Atwood in pursuit. Struggle for the puck in the front, and the Buffs clear their zone once again. And Paige Hansen predicted that icing call, and she will get it.
And so this is going to be the perfect opportunity to capitalize. The ice is fresh, you can skate how you want, and once again, if we go back to our star duo here, we want to get a goal maybe from Natalie Ewald or Mia Fischelli. If one of them finds the back of the net, they continue their dominance and just keep adding to that stat line. You saw Natalie Ewald got a shot, and it turned into a goal for the Buffs after it got deflected. But if she can find it by herself into the net, that would be huge.
There's a chance in front of the net, in front of Hansen. It's Natalie Ewald. Chases after it for Shelley. Couldn't get to it. Here comes Atwood once again, retreating into her zone. It's Stanson. With Hairston. Atwood lost the puck. It turns it over to Sarah Noble, excuse me. Amelia Sowers can't get it there in time, and we'll get an icing.
This is the opportunity. I'm calling my shot right now. It's time to score a goal. An icing opportunity, you get a face-off in Wyoming's territory. It's time to do it. Set the tone early. Find the back of the net.
Puck is won, or face-off is won by the Buffs. There's Wallace. Back to Arnaz. Arnaz struggling for the puck, hangs on. Chips it to Wallace. Rowan Nasty picks it up. Dupuis keeps it in for Wallace. Struggle for it. Check there on Nasty. A nasty check there, eh? Here's Arnay in the corner, trying to pick it up, can't do it. Wallace in a struggle, bit of a check there by the Cowgirls, number 9.
Not quite what I predicted, but you know, still, offensive output is all that you can really ask for. And they're kind of getting around the goal. They're making life difficult for Paige Hansen, keeping her on the toes. So, time to just hold true to what I say and find the back of the net.
There's Sophie O'Brien chipping it back to Solfska. Here comes Sophie O'Brien, who is checked and is still down in the corner, but gets back up. And the puck is loose in the corner, picked up by Claire Furla. There's a shot back out toward McDonald, can't connect. Quick line change there as Atwood comes back on the ice. Here's Elena McCluskey with that goal late in the second. Claire Furla will chip it back along the boards.
Try to get a little revenge check there. Elena McCloskey went for it on the substitution. Just went off, I guess.
Fight for the puck in the corner. Buffs come away with it. That's Abby Zahn. nearly loses it and does, but picked up by Masello. Here comes Masello again. In front. We'll get it offsides.
So, I mean, much of the same that we saw in the first two periods. Wyoming hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities here. And the Buffs just continue to move things forward. They'll get into Wyoming's territory as much as possible. And that's what you just want to see. Just want to see some aggression, not slacking off, and just letting this game just dribble away to the final buzzer.
Puck is in the corner. Abby's on trying to pick it up along with Stillers. Sowers, battling forward along the board. It's number 37, back out to Masello. Number 3, Serin Noble.
It's plays like those that just help the Buffs out even more. You're not allowing Wyoming to get into their kind of offensive attacks seamlessly. You're putting the stick in front of the puck. You're making them work around a defender. And when you do that, Wyoming just doesn't have a chance to really get their offense moving how they want it to. They got people backed up on the offsides line, and you just kind of get them all built up and nothing happens. It's just a perfect way to defend this crew.
Here's a face-off won by the Cowgirls by number 27, Annabella Fawcett. A little trip up there by Natalie Ewald. There's a struggle for the puck along the boards in front of the Cowgirls bench. Mia Fischelli comes away with the puck. Just back toward Natalie Ewald, her line mate. Sophie O'Brien chips it back toward Ella Hairston. Fischelli picks it up again, turns it over.
It almost looked at one point, Mia Fischelli was going to go for a Michigan goal, just a little run around the back of the net and kind of flick it up right over Hansen's shoulder. Could have worked. She wasn't really expecting it, but instead passed off. A icing call. Buffs are getting another opportunity in Wyoming's area.
Face off once again in the Cowgirls zone. Another chance here for the Buffaloes to make this a 4-0 lead. As Wallace fires on the net off the leg of a defender. Nearly saved there by Paige Hansen. Couldn't glove it, but it's clear. Puck is cleared. And we'll get another icing.
It kind of just floated right in the blue area, went right across. Paige Hansen wouldn't have been able to get it if there was a Buff right there to tap it in on the right side. But kind of a break for Wyoming. The puck was just moving around without players touching it, and they're kind of lucky not to have a goal scored on them there.
Cowgirls have not changed in a minute here, so their players have to be a little tired. As Buffs get a fresh set of skaters on the ice here as Amelia Sowers comes back out. Here come the Cowgirls. But the Buffs defense is there to respond as there's a fight for the puck in the corner. There's Sowers.
Once again, putting stick on puck. They really are just not letting Wyoming get an opportunity to toss this towards Andy Bierbaum. She hasn't really had any troubles because the Buffs defense is just finding ways to get the puck out of their area and get it to by the mid logo. You know, they don't want it to be backpedaling, and instead they're just pushing out and not letting Wyoming build up anything.
Cowgirls win that face-off, and here's a chance here for Sarah Noble and Zoe Brown. Struggle for the puck in the Buff zone. That's chipped out towards Rowan Nasty. It checks one of the Cowgirls right near the blue line. Zoe Dupuis able to keep it in the neutral zone, chips it to Sophie O'Brien. Here's O'Brien with a chance. Good pressure in front of the net there. That's kept out by Paige Hansen. As Brianna Arnaz couldn't capitalize. Zoe Dupuis. There's a shot off the pad of Andy Bierbaum. This is the first shot Bierbaum has taken in a minute here. And Dupuis gets back out to the neutral zone, chips it towards Wallace, who does not pick it up.
You know, that was a great play by Andy Bierbaum. There was a little bit of a sloppy turnover from Zoe Dupuis, and she just kind of shrugged it off, made the save, and didn't allow Wyoming to get anything.
Dupuis and Nasty, the line mates. And a little sloppy change there as Tisleska comes back on the ice.
And this is the girl you got to look out for. Number 8 on Wyoming, Ashley Krieger. She has been their driving force of their offense. 5 goals on the season, 3 assists. She has been completely held in check tonight. Hasn't even really had opportunities to cause anything.
Here's a chance for Claire Furlow in front. Great save there by Paige Hansen. Here's Atwood, fires wide. Tisleska picks it up. In front. Another chance there.
That was a perfect opportunity. If only it was a right-handed skater, that would have been right to the sweet spot and just buried it.
Claire Furlow not able to capitalize on that play. But here comes Juliana McDonald. We're going to get a stoppage here.
The Buffs are kind of just flirting with the goal right now. They've been right in Paige Hansen's face all night, and especially right now. We're about 9 minutes into the third period, and the Buffs are just finding ways to create opportunities. Had a near goal there, and have had multiple times where the puck has just floated by Hansen when she wasn't paying attention.
There's Atwood in front. Chance there, but they score! Holy cow, that was a doozy. Did not see that one coming. Holy cow.
And
I believe that was Juliana McDonald. Excuse me, no. Holy cow. That was Ella Hairston. Got the goal for the Buffs. Bit of a doozy there. Could not see that very well.
Yeah, it looked like Ella was kind of just positioned right to the left side of Hansen, and she just deflected it straight down and in. Just a perfect spot to be as a center for hockey. She just was right there to cause chaos. And there you go. There's the 4th goal. Now tie the season high for goals in a game for the Buffs. Let's see them get a 5th one.
Let's see them break that record here, especially against the Cowgirls. Their momentum, still they're looking to respond here. Here's the energy. And Noble and Brown, dynamic duo here. Here's Fischelli in front with Natalie Ewald, their line mate. And here's Soul. Fires off the leg of a defender, that's number 9 for the Cowgirls. There's another shot by Fischelli, and a great save by Paige Hansen.
Once again, Paige Hansen, the brick wall tonight. I mean, I talked about throughout this game, really, the dominance the Buffs have had in the past versus Wyoming.
Looks like Hansen is hurt from that shot right now as her teammates come out to check on her. This is a tough seed. Coaching staff is coming out. This is not a position you want to be in. Not a position you want to be in if you're the Cowgirls right now. Losing your best goaltender off of a great play there, a fantastic save, but sometimes it costs you. Sarah Noble is coming off the ice for the Cowgirls as the Buffs are convening during this injury timeout. Paige Hansen makes it to her skates. Back up. Some respect pouring out from the Buffs bench. That was a tough save there.
And so kind of an unprecedented situation for Wyoming. This year they actually do have a backup goaltender. It's Kaylee Escar, who was a forward the past year for the Cowgirls, and now she's their backup goalie. So if Hansen can't finish the game, they actually do have someone to turn to, which they haven't had in years past.
So Hansen is on her skates once again, and it looks like she's set to continue. What a trooper there. Hockey players, you can't stop them. Soul wins the face-off. And Macello, excuse me. Zoe Dupuis, the captain, picks it up. Here's Soul again. Abby Zahn battling for it in the corner. It's tough. Here's Sowers. Here's Zahn. Macello has it in the corner. In front. Oh, a chance there. Great save by Hansen, who is still very much alive here in this third period with about 10 minutes to go. Offside is waved off. Gloved immediately by Hansen.
I mean, talking about our girl in net for the Cowgirls here once again, Paige Hansen. Despite if she's maybe injured, she still had a phenomenal night, I like to say. Despite the 4 goals, we talked about the Buffs' dominance over the past few years. She's faced 297 shots in 4 games, and 60 of them have slipped through tonight. They're probably up around the 50 count, and she's only allowed 4 in. A relatively good job.
Chance here in front. Great save there by Atwood. I'm not sure if that was a goal or not.
Looks like it was.
And it was a goal! Holy cow, for a 5-0 lead. And that lead comes from Brianna Harnez. Holy cow.
So, as I was talking about how she was having a good night, just one slips through, but Brianna Harnez, just fine.
Timeout called here by the Cowgirls as they try to reassess their situation here. They're down 5-0 with just under 10 minutes to go here in the third. Can you get some plays together? It is not impossible to come back and force overtime or even take this period at the end. But both teams will reconvene at their respective benches right now and try to get a play going. If you're the Buffs, what are you talking about here, Jackson?
You're talking about closing the game. I mean, we're at 5-0. You're never going to say that the game is entirely over, but it's a perfect time to just play at a pace where you can still keep the Cowgirls out of the net, but, find a way to get to the win without being super aggressive. You don't need to be just moving down the ice and checking people for no reason. You just got to play passive and kind of just play some defensive hockey, and that's really what's going to get you to the win. You have your season high in goals now, thanks to Brianna, and if you want to build on that, sure, but you're already at a record for this year. Just find a way to get to triple zeros.
And here we go. Timeout is over, and we'll get the face-off at center ice with Brianna Arnaz. Put the Buffs on the board just now, attempting the face-off against Sarah Noble. The Buffs come away with it. Rowan Nasty still fighting for it along the boards, and that's chipped out towards O'Brien. Back to McDonald. Here's a chance here for the Cowgirls. First action Andy Bierbaum has seen in a little while. And there's still a struggle for it along the boards as Rowan Nasty is trying to pick it up. Sophie O'Brien finally comes away with it. Here's Arnaz again with Nasty. 2-on-3 in the Cowgirls zone. Nasty in front, can't connect. There's McDonald with a shot, and that goes way wide and hits the boards. Wallace tried to pick it up. Here's O'Brien in front of the net. Great defense there by the Cowgirls. Holy cow. Here's Wallace again. Keeps it in the zone. Chips it high toward Furla. Here come the Cowgirls. There's number 44 for the Cowgirls. Chips it back out toward Noble. And here's McCloskey in front off the leg of a defender. That's gotta hurt. You can hear that from up here in the stands. And here comes Noble again. 1-on-2, fires toward Andy Bierbaum, who smothers it and stops play.
We talked about Elena McCloskey earlier in the game when she got that goal, but she clearly still has some finders. She's trying to find the way to get more points, it appears. came in aggressive there and just took a shot right at net. That's what you love to see. Like a little competitive spirit when she shows up against Wyoming. You know you're getting her A+ effort.
Face off taken over by the Buffs. Mia Fischelli will pick it up. It chips it out to her line mate, Natalie Ewald, in front. But can't make anything happen, and the puck goes behind the net. Atwood keeps it in the zone at the blue line, chips it toward Ewald. There's Fischelli chasing the puck. Comes away with it. Chance here in front of the net. Fires, she scores! Mia Fischelli with a rocket right in front of the net. And the Buffs take a 6-0 lead with 7:48 to go. What a shot!
She absolutely roofed it right over Paige Hansen's shoulders. And once again, we go back to that star duo, Natalie Ewald and Mia Fischelli. That was a beautiful pass initially that got Ewald into perfect territory and looked like she might have had a chance. And then, you know, Fischelli just says, let me do it myself. Just flipped it right over Paige Hansen's shoulders. Beauty of a goal.
Struggle forward in the neutral zone. The puck goes into the Buffs bench. That was a rocket coming from the Cowgirls. Looked to be coming from number 37, Charlotte Frelay. Buffs will get a change here. We'll get a face-off right in the neutral zone. As Sarah Noble attempts it once again against Elena McCloskey. Here's Leschenka with a chance here. 2-on-2 in front, fires, and it's kept out by Paige Hansen. After that hit, I mean, Hansen is still, she's not out of this game yet, but after that hit, you got to think it does look like she's hurting a little bit down there.
Definitely does. It hasn't been her best since she did get hurt. I mean, once again, if you're the Cowgirls, you got a backup goaltender you could bring in if she's not at 100%, but she was playing phenomenally. It's just been an aggressive third period from the Buffs. They've just been putting shot after shot on net, and at some point, the puck's just going to slip through.
Puck is won by the Buffs. Here come the Cowgirls. Nice, treating up the boards. Here's Jasleka. Again. There's a shot along the boards. Sophie O'Brien trying to retrieve it for the Buffs, but turns it over behind the net of Hansen. Here comes Zoe Brown, the defenseman. And Zoe Brown has had some great chances here tonight, just can't capitalize for her Cowgirls. And chance here, Sowers chasing it into the corner. Can't pick it up. Still fighting for it. Dupuis in the area. That's fired just wide of Dupuis. And Zoe Brown picks it up. Excuse me, no, that's Juliana McDonald. Here's Masello. In front. I got to McDonald. He's out. Turned over to number 27. Andy Bierbaum will smother that one.
And, you know, you mentioned Zoe Brown for the Cowgirls, and she's no ordinary defenseman. You know, she can score. She had the only goal against CU last time these two teams played for the Cowgirls, and 6 goals in her career. Something that you don't see from the rest of this Cowgirls defensive line. You know, she is the one that kind of brings that Cale Makar type energy where she can come down the ice and just rip one at net. So you always got to keep an eye on her.
Nearly a delay of game penalty there as the puck went off on top of the boards, right along the glass. Away with a chance. Looks like we're getting offside.
That was the opportunity. It was Ashley Krieger with the puck. The girl I was talking about. She's the one that can get this game going for the Cowgirls, and just an offsides penalty that just takes that away. But
Buffs win the face-off. Bit of a sloppy face-off there, but the Cowboys and the Cowgirls, excuse me, will end up coming away with it. Sarah Noble. Rowan Nasty is chasing after the puck into or behind the net along the boards. Can't connect with Sophie O'Brien in the corner. Rowan Nasty in front, couldn't make anything happen there as she still possesses the puck, nearly turns it over, but she does turn it over. But here comes Amanda Wallace. Zoe Dupree with a chance here, fires right into the pads of Paige Hansen. Cowboys were gonna change.
And a little bit of talking. Zoe Dupuis giving an earful to a Cowgirl. They getting a little chippy, maybe? I mean, the score's 6-0, Zoe. You know, no need to kick them while they're down.
Sloppy plays really aren't proving too consequential for the Buffs here in this game, as we can see by the score. Fischelli with a shot, with a one-timer, and Hansen that was an interesting play as Hansen failed to smother the puck. Well, we get a stoppage anyway with just under 5 minutes to go.
Just a little early of a whistle. I mean, Hansen didn't have it. The puck was still loose. Fischelli was looking to score again, but, you know, guess not. We'll have a face-off.
Here's Ewald in the corner. A little bit of help from Ella Hairston. Back out towards Fischelli, but Zoe Dupree picks it up. Mia Fischelli trying to get a handle on it. And Hairston comes away with it. Dupree fires right into the pads of Paige Hansen, who smothers it immediately. We got 4.5 minutes to go here. If you're the Cowgirls, you just got to hold on at this point.
Yeah, definitely too. And a player I want to talk about, you know, her impact isn't going to be shown on the stat sheet tonight, but number 9 for the Buffs, Rowan Nasty, has been everywhere today. She has been helping out defensively. She's been creating opportunities offensively on the forecheck. And, you know, she's looking for her first goal of the season. And with 4 minutes and change, if she's back in the game, don't be surprised if she's tossing one on net.
Brian nearly had a chance for a one-timer there. Couldn't get enough power on that puck. There's an interesting shot there from number 42. That's Haley Cronwell. Turn back over to the Cowgirls in the neutral zone. Into McCloskey. Back to Terslenka. Here's McCloskey in front. Excuse me, that was O'Brien. That's a McDonald. Oh, here's a chance here for Abby Zahn. 1-on-2 in front. Great defense there by the Cowgirls. Just under 3.5 minutes to go. It's kept into the zone by Sowers. Zahn tried to pick it up, couldn't. Atwood chips it high. Here comes Atwood. He's back to Masello. Masello. Look at a check there. Caused her to fall down. Zahn back to Sowers. Back to Zahn. Can't connect. Just keep possession of the puck if you're the Buffs right now. You don't need a goal. You're up by 6-0 here. There's a shot, and that goes just high over the net of Hansen. Penalty coming up here.
The Buffs are on the doorstep, and now they're getting a penalty, so they're going to be aggressive around the net.
There's Wallace with a shot, and that's kept out by Hansen. They fight for it in the corner. And we're going to stop it here as the Cowgirls regain possession.
And, you know, I'm not one for jinxes here, but Andy Bierbaum keeping a clean sheet so far. She hasn't done that this season, and no goals allowed just yet. 2 minutes. The Buffs are up a player. We'll hope she can hold on, get her first clean sheet of the year.
Buffs are changing here, as are the Cowgirls. Another timeout has been called, as is indicated by the Kahoot music playing here in the rink. Interesting choice. I did hear this once last year when I was here as a spectator for one of the men's D1 games. I am digging this playlist, I can't lie. And 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in the third, and the Buffs will have a power play for 2 of those minutes there.
And you know, I think the Kahoot music is who will be the next player to score. I think we see a goal before this game ends. The Buffs are on the power play. My bet, you know, I've been giving praise to the star players of the Buffs, but with the game so close to the end, I think you maybe see someone like Rowan Nasty get her goal. She hasn't got one this season. Perfect time to come in and score.
Couldn't have said that better myself. She's been electric here in this game. Hasn't put a goal on the board yet. Let's see if she can do it here in the last 2 minutes or so of this game. Give the Buffs a 7-0 lead. Cap off this weekend.
I mean, in proportion to the other games, this has been phenomenal. They have their most goals of the season in a game, but after what was a rather slow first period, to say the least, only 1 goal, you know, they've improved each time. Second period, 2 goals. Third period, 3 goals, only on the way up right now. Momentum just keeps building and building, and they're finding the back of the net.
Atwood couldn't get her stick behind the puck. Couldn't get enough power. Mia Fischelli has it now. Chips it back out to Natalie Ewald off the leg of a defender. Atwood keeps it in at the blue line. She's been phenomenal with that all night. Fires, and it's kept off the pad of Paige Hansen and nearly went in. Here's another shot wide by Natalie Ewald. Fischelli able to keep it in the zone. Here comes Fischelli in front. Fires! What a save there by Paige Hansen, and that'll hit the netting, and play stops.
The Stars are not stopping. Natalie Ewald and Mia Fischelli, they just keep going. Natalie Ewald, 7 goals on the season. She's looking for her 8th and just ripping one at net, and then it bounces back, and Mia Fischelli says, I'm looking for my 2nd of the night. Let me see if I can find the net.
And we'll have Brianna Arnauz once again attempting the face-off, but she's not going to get it this time. As number 8 for the Cowgirls, Ashley Krieger, comes away with it.
Rowan Nasty's in. Let's see if she can find the net to make my prediction true.
Not going to get a wraparound there, but Zoe Dupuis keeps it in the zone. Here's Nasty with a shot, and it's off a defender. Another penalty coming up here.
So now, 5-on-3.
5-on-3 with just under a minute and a half to go. Cowgirls have been playing a little dirty here tonight, as we've seen throughout this season, but it's coming back to haunt them now. And we will be...
Yeah, we did talk about that. The penalties that Wyoming hadn't picked up early in this game had been an issue in the past this season, and now they're kind of piling up kind of towards the end of this game. But they did a good job to begin. Now let's see if they can close out another penalty kill.
Here's Nasty, chips it back to O'Brien with a shot, and that goes high over the net of Hansen. Here's O'Brien again. Keeps the puck along the boards, but turns it over. Pulling out Rocher. Here's O'Brien again. 1 minute to go here in the third period. There's Nasty, chips it out to Dupuis. The zone is kept in. Nasty trying to maintain possession, but she will, but Cowgirls have cleared it.
She's
O'Brien.
taking a break.
Arnauz chasing the puck with 40 seconds to go. Atwood keeps it in at the blue line. Here's Zoe Dupuis, can't connect. Puck is along the boards. That's out towards Natalie Ewald. Stowers is back on the ice as Ewald is checked into the boards. 20 seconds to go here in the third period. There's a shot, and they score! What a shot there. And that's a 7-0 lead, and that will effectively kill one of the penalties here.
And hey, we talked about the star power. Natalie Ewald found a way to find a goal here. That makes it her 8th of the season. Despite it being with 13 seconds left, she found a way to find the net and keep the stats flowing.
Still a 5-on-4 here. Buffs with the man advantage. 13.7 seconds to go on the game clock here. Should be even strength right now. There's 17 seconds. Game clock operator seems to be a little confusion, but the face-off is controlled by the Cowgirls. As we round the 10-second mark, let's shift back down to here's Fischelli with a shot, and that goes high off the crossbar. Here's Outwood with a shot towards the net, and ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it. 7-0 Buffaloes is your final score here from the CU Rec Center Ice Rink. What a beauty of a game here this evening.
Certainly was. Like I said, it was just uphill the entire game. 1 goal first period, 2 goals second period, 4 in the third, and they were fighting all 60 minutes. Literally down to the wire. You got Mia Fischelli shooting it with 6 seconds left. You know, there's no quit in this team. They just continue to be resilient, and now they improved to 7-2 on the season.
What a great game to witness here this evening. Crowd a little light here in the stands, but that does not matter because this performance was a dominant one by our Buffaloes here at home. A record that we needed as the teams meet at center ice to shake hands with each other as well as the officials. What a dominant performance. I could not have thought of a better game to call this weekend, as I was not supposed to call this game today, but just showed up because I was called in this morning by our producer Nick Evans and the rest of the gang here. It has been an absolute pleasure this evening. Jackson, any final thoughts as we close this broadcast out?
No, just a fantastic night for hockey for the Buffs, and they got Wyoming tomorrow, so we'll see if the dominance carries over. But overall, phenomenal performance from our Lady Buffaloes, and just excited to be here.
That was a great performance. So glad I was here to call it. Folks, I am going to be out for the next few weeks as I'm running a show within the theater department, doing a little bit of sound work there. So I will not be back on the broadcast until at least Thanksgiving. But I want to thank you all for tuning in this evening against as the Lady Buffs return home to the CU Rec Center Ice Rink. And we got a good matchup this evening against our neighbors to the north, the Wyoming Cowgirls. Absolutely pleasure to have you here this evening. I'm Kieran Warger.
And I'm Jackson DeAndrea.
Thank you for tuning in to ScoBuff Sports. And remember, you heard it here first.